3. The September edition. Get your popcorn, ready, set, and let's go.
We are this close to winning the war. Execute her, or we go extinct.
Number 10. The Nun 2.
What happened?
I think there's something here that's not meant to be.
Sister Irene can't catch a break. It's 1956, France, and a priest is violently, brutally murdered, setting off another chain of events that leads to you watching for a possessed, demonic nun around every hallway corner. The Nun 2, the sequel, will startle you every 5 to 10 minutes. Tessa Farmiga, terrific. Bonnie Aarons as Valak again, terrifying. This time, Sister Irene isn't alone. She teams up with Sister Deborah to take down the nun once and for all. And Marvel fans will rejoice with the mid-credit scene.
Sister, please. This way.
Hello.
Number 9. El Conde.
Errores de contabilidad.
Papá, esta es la contadora que nos va a ayudar.
How is it that a vampire movie has been hailed as an illustration of Chile's last 50-plus years of history and social change? Watch El Conde to find out, and see a vampire learn to fly. At the focal point of the movie is a dictator, Augusto Pinochet, who's a 250-year-old vampire. Pinochet has reached that inevitable stage of every immortal's life where he just wants to die. Chile has other plans for him. You'll come for the vampiric dictator and stay for the political commentary.
El ejército de Chile me enseñó como un valor el acto de la tortura.
¿Alguien se metió en su maleta? Trajo estacas y martillos de plata.
Number 8. Flora and Son.
Tell me what you feel about her.
Can't stop thinking of her,
Good. Obsession. You're obsessed.
I suppose.
I was obsessed.
Believe it or not, Joseph Gordon-Levitt has been described as a young Russell Crowe in Flora and Son. Do you agree? Meet Flora, played by Eve Hewson, who's a double threat of acting and singing. Flora is single-handedly raising her teenage son Max, and in doing what mothers do, tries to help Max find a healthy hobby, playing the guitar. Did we mention that Flora and Son is a musical? Unlike the majority of musicals where the songs kind of interject and take away from the film's beauty, this doesn't happen here.
She's totally out of my league.
Let's write a song just to hear your passion. Express yourself.
She hated it. Yo, just get out of my way, woman.
Number 7. No One Will Save You. Three words, give or take. That's how many words are spoken in this movie. While the decision to omit talking from a movie may seem outlandish, it surprisingly works for No One Will Save You. One night, Bryn is woken up by the sound of extraterrestrial intruders. You heard us right, launching us into one of the best and strangest UFO abduction movies to date. It makes sense when you think about it. To make up for the lack of dialogue, every other aspect of the movie is irreplaceable. If you're a fan of War of the Worlds, Signs, and oh, did we mention that aliens are telepathic? Number 6. Love at First Sight.
So, if claustrophobia is one of your biggest fears, then why are you about to embark on a 7-hour flight?
That is a very good question. A wedding.
Do we need another boy meets girl romantic movie? Yes. The answer is always yes, especially when it's a movie like Love at First Sight. Fate, kismet, love at first sight, call it what you want, but Hadley and Oliver are meant to be. They meet on a flight from New York to London. Their short-lived first meet lasts all the way to customs, where they lose each other before getting each other's contact info. If you enjoyed watching Haley Lou Richardson in White Lotus, then you'll love this movie. Ben Hardy as Oliver will win you over if you have any doubts left. The movie is based on the Jennifer E. Smith novel, The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight.
I want to. I'm just trying to be there for you. I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to spill my guts out to some girl I just met on a plane.
Number 5. Dumb Money.
Yo, what up, everybody? Roy and Kitty here. I'm gonna pick a stock and talk about why I think it's interesting, and that stock is GameStop.
Honey, come quick. America Ferrera and Pete Davidson just dropped a new movie about GameStop. are words you thought you'd never hear. In the case of Dumb Money, the memory of what happened to GameStop is actually a little fresh in a lot of people's minds. For those who don't remember, you have this guy, Keith Gill, smack dab in the middle of what was one of the world's most famous companies, until he's pitted against vengeful billionaires plotting for his downfall.
In front of your wine collection?
I mean, I don't have that big a wine collection.
Yeah, it's huge.
Number 4, A Haunting in Venice.
If someone wants to be heard, we are here.
Murder on the Orient Express, but make it Italy. Agatha Christie's Detective Poirot finally meets a foe that leaves him flabbergasted. The paranormal world. How can you fight an enemy you can't see? A whodunit plot has never seemed creepier. By now, Poirot is retired and sort of content to isolate himself in Venice. Push comes to shove, and he ends up attending a seance at a haunted palazzo. When one of the seance's guests is murdered, Poirot dons his detective cap again. This time, it really does seem that Poirot is out of his depth. Strange, inexplicable things are happening, so much so that the infallible detective begins to doubt his sanity. And Tina Fey as Ariadne Oliver is a treasure here.
We cannot hide from our ghosts.
Number 3, The Creator.
We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
When the time comes, like we did with Bill Gates and his warning that the world isn't prepared for a pandemic, we might go back to Elon Musk's warning about a future with a Terminator-esque AI. The movie, The Creator, delves deep into the dark side of artificial intelligence and its ramifications. An imminent war between man and what man has created is on the horizon, and former Agent Joshua has been tasked with killing the Creator. Only, the world-encompassing AI has taken on the form of a little girl. The Creator's visuals and soundtrack are out of this world. We're talking like Hans Zimmer on the score and scenes inspired by everything Aliens, Blade Runner, and Rogue One.
We are this close to winning the war. Execute her, or we go extinct.
Number 2, The Equalizer 3.
What happens here happens in many towns.
The mafia. They're like cancer.
Robert McCall just wants to go back to his little hamlet in southern Italy and live out the rest of his days in peace. Is that so hard to ask? Yes, the answer is yes. McCall's new cottagecore reality is threatened when the town he's taken to calling home is terrorized by local mafias. He now has to take on an international drug and terrorism ring alongside Green CIA agent Dakota Fanning.
Roberto, tell me, what did you do back home?
Government work. I'm retired, man.
Before we reveal our first pick, let's look at some honorable mentions, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe.
My dad is pretty weird. I brought you a gift. It's about Mexican art.
I don't know if I can accept.
It lives inside.
Whispering.
It's listening.
Cassandra.
Papa introduced me to lucha libre. Took me to a few matches.
You don't see him no more?
The Expendables 4.
Hey, why are you here?
I got this situation where I need your help.
I need bad friends.
Number 1, Saw X.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
It's John Kramer's turn to run. He goes all the way to Mexico for an experimental medical procedure to cure his cancer, only to be bamboozled and trapped. He turns the tables around on the con artists and seeks revenge in the most brutal, heinous, and flinch-away ways. In the hands of Kevin Gertert, Saw 10 shows what a movie directed by someone who's a genuine fan of the franchise looks like. The traps manage to be innovative, the violence is gruesome as always, and we get to see a human side to Jigsaw.
Please, don't hesitate. Place a big enough piece of your cerebral tissue into the glass enzyme tank. This will save your life.
Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments which one was your favorite from the list. And don't forget to like and subscribe.